Here are Grandma's 71 oddly useful kitchen hacks every cook should know. Onion first for sweetness, garlic first for bold flavors. Did you know that the order in which you add onions and garlic to your cooking can significantly affect the flavor of your dish? If you want to bring out the natural sweetness of onions, add them to the pan first and let them cook until they are soft and translucent. This allows the sugars in the onions to caramelize, creating a sweet and savory base. On the other hand, if you're looking to add a bold, pungent flavor to your dish, add the garlic first. Cooking garlic briefly before adding other ingredients releases its intense, aromatic flavors, enhancing the overall taste of your meal. Be careful not to overcook the garlic, as it can become bitter if browned too much. Experiment with both techniques to discover how they can elevate your cooking. Use leftover coffee grounds to tenderize meat. Did you know that leftover coffee grounds can be an effective meat tenderizer? Instead of discarding them, save the grounds from your morning coffee to use in your cooking. Coffee grounds contain natural acids and enzymes that help to break down tough muscle fibers in meat, making it more tender and flavorful. Simply rub a handful of coffee grounds onto your meat before cooking. Let it sit for a few hours, and then rinse off the grounds and proceed with your recipe. This method adds a subtle depth of flavor and ensures a tender, delicious result. Roast your pork tenderloin directly above sliced apples and pears. Roasting your pork tenderloin directly above sliced apples and pears can add and enhance its flavor and moisture. This method allows the natural sweetness and juices of the fruit to infuse the meat as it cooks. Start by slicing apples and pears into even pieces and arranging them in a single layer in the bottom of the roasting pan. Place the pork tenderloin directly on top of the fruit. As the pork cooks, the juices will mix with the fruit, creating a flavorful, aromatic base. This technique not only adds a delicious twist to your dish, but also makes for an impressive presentation. Preserve fruits by making them into syrups or cordials. Opt for preserving fruits by making them into syrups or cordials for a delicious and versatile way to enjoy seasonal produce year-round, just like Grandma did. Syrups and cordials capture the natural flavors and sweetness of the fruits, allowing you to use them in a variety of recipes. Simply cook the fruits with sugar and water to create a thick syrup or a more diluted cordial. Use these homemade preserves to enhance beverages, desserts, or breakfast dishes. This method not only extends the shelf life of your fruits, but also adds a rich, concentrated flavor to your culinary creations. Flavor the water before boiling shrimp in a pot. Enhance the flavor of shrimp by seasoning the water before boiling them. Add aromatic ingredients such as garlic, lemon, bay leaves, and peppercorns to the pot. This infuses the shrimp with a rich, savory taste, enhancing their natural flavor. Simply bring the water to a boil with the added seasonings. Then add the shrimp and cook until they turn pink and opaque. This method ensures that your shrimp are not only perfectly cooked, but also bursting with delicious flavor. Keep berries fresh by rinsing in a vinegar solution. Keep berries fresh by rinsing them in a vinegar solution. Mix 1 part vinegar with 3 parts water and gently rinse the berries. The vinegar kills bacteria and mold spores that cause the berries to spoil. After rinsing, dry the berries thoroughly before storing them in the refrigerator. Replace the solution each time you buy new berries to ensure maximum freshness. Use Tang powder as a drink mix and in recipes. Turn to Tang powder for both a refreshing drink mix and an ingredient in your cooking. This versatile powder not only makes a delicious beverage, but also adds a burst of citrus flavor to various recipes, incorporated into marinades, baked goods, or even savory dishes. Keep Tang powder on hand to add a unique twist to your culinary creations. Use clarified butter for more flavorful eggs. Use clarified butter for cooking eggs to achieve a richer, more flavorful result. Clarified butter, also known as ghee, has a higher smoke point and a more intense flavor than regular butter. Heat the clarified butter in your pan before adding the eggs. This method not only prevents the butter from burning, but also imparts a delicious, nutty taste to the eggs, enhancing your breakfast experience. Store mushrooms in a paper bag to prevent them from getting slimy. Did you know that storing mushrooms in a paper bag can prevent them from getting slimy? The paper bag absorbs excess moisture, allowing the mushrooms to stay dry and fresh. Place the mushrooms in the bag and store them in the refrigerator. This method helps maintain the mushroom's texture and extends their shelf life. Check the bag periodically and replace it if it becomes too damp to ensure the mushrooms remain in optimal condition. Never boil stock. Did you know that boiling stock can negatively affect its flavor and clarity? According to Grandma, to ensure a rich and clear stock, always simmer it gently instead of bringing it to a boil. Boiling can cause the proteins and fats in the stock to emulsify, resulting in a cloudy and less flavorful liquid. Keep the heat low and let the stock cook slowly, skimming off any impurities that rise to the surface. This technique preserves the delicate flavors and results in a superior stock. Keep a pot of water simmering on the stove to humidify the kitchen. Use a pot of simmering water to humidify your kitchen. By keeping a pot of water on a low simmer, you add moisture to the air, which can be particularly beneficial in dry climates or during winter months. Adding aromatic ingredients like cinnamon sticks or citrus peels to the water can also create a pleasant scent in your home. Maintain the simmer throughout the day to keep the air moist and comfortable. Boil dishcloths with baking soda to disinfect them. Did you know that you can disinfect your dishcloths by boiling them with baking soda? Bring a pot of water to a boil and add a tablespoon of baking soda. Submerge the dishcloths in the boiling water and let them boil for a few minutes. The baking soda helps to break down grease and kill bacteria, leaving your dishcloths clean and fresh. After boiling, rinse the cloths thoroughly and let them air dry. Store tomatoes stem side down to last longer. Did you know that storing tomatoes stem side down can help them last longer? Placing tomatoes with the stem end down reduces moisture loss and prevents air from entering the fruit, which can accelerate spoilage. Arrange the tomatoes in a single layer, not touching each other, to further extend their shelf life. Keep them this way to ensure your tomatoes stay fresh and flavorful. Wrap a damp cloth around wine bottles to chill quickly. Did you know that you can chill wine quickly by wrapping a damp cloth around the bottle? Grandma did this long before modern refrigeration gadgets became common. Wet a cloth or paper towel with cold water, then wrap it around the bottle. Place the wrapped bottle in the freezer for about 15 minutes. The damp cloth helps to conduct the cold more efficiently, speeding up the chilling process. Check the bottle after 15 minutes and enjoy your perfectly chilled wine. Use ricotta cheese to make your meatballs extra juicy. Are you looking for a way to make your meatballs extra juicy? Use ricotta cheese. Adding a spoonful or two of ricotta cheese to your meatball mixture helps retain moisture and creates a tender texture. The cheese blends seamlessly with the meat and other ingredients, ensuring that your meatballs are flavorful and succulent. This simple addition enhances the taste and texture of your meatballs, making them a hit at any meal. Soak nuts in water to make them easier to digest. Did you know that soaking nuts in water can make them easier to digest? By soaking nuts overnight, you can reduce their natural enzyme inhibitors and phytic acid, making them more digestible. This process also enhances their flavor and texture, turning them into a healthier and more enjoyable snack. After soaking, rinse the nuts thoroughly before consuming or using them in recipes for better digestion and taste. Use a butter knife to open stubborn jars. Don't struggle with stubborn jars. Use a butter knife to open them with ease. Insert the tip of a butter knife under the lid and gently twist to break the vacuum seal. This method releases the pressure, allowing the lid to twist off effortlessly. Keep a butter knife handy in your kitchen for those moments when jar lids refuse to budge. Keep apples in barrels of sawdust to preserve them. Did you know that storing apples in barrels of sawdust can preserve them for months? Place apples in a barrel or box filled with clean, dry sawdust, ensuring they are completely covered. The sawdust absorbs moisture and prevents the apples from rotting, keeping them fresh and crisp for an extended period. This traditional method allows you to enjoy delicious apples well into the winter. Barely simmer hot dogs for classic New York City texture. Why should you barely simmer hot dogs instead of grilling them immediately? Barely simmering hot dogs helps achieve that classic New York City texture. Bring a pot of water to a gentle simmer, then add the hot dogs. Let them cook slowly for a few minutes until heated through. This method keeps the hot dogs tender and juicy, just like those from a street food vendor. Finish them on the grill for a perfect combination of tenderness and smoky flavor. Serve with your favorite toppings for an authentic taste. Soak garlic in water for easy peeling. Maximize your ingredients by soaking garlic in water for easy peeling. Soaking the garlic cloves in water for a few minutes helps loosen the skins, making them easier to remove. This method saves time and effort, allowing you to quickly prepare garlic for cooking without the hassle of stubborn peels. Use this simple trick to streamline your kitchen prep and avoid waste. Keep avocados with an onion to prevent browning. Use an onion to keep avocados from browning. Storing avocados with a cut onion helps prevent them from turning brown. The sulfur compounds in the onion slow down the oxidation process, keeping your avocados fresh longer. Place a cut avocado and a slice of onion together in an airtight container to maintain the avocado's vibrant color and freshness. Soak wilted greens in ice water to revive them. Did you know that soaking wilted greens in ice water can revive them? If your greens have lost their crispness, a quick soak in ice water can restore their freshness. The cold water helps to rehydrate the leaves, making them crisp and vibrant again. This method works well for lettuce, spinach, and other leafy greens, ensuring they are ready to use in salads and dishes. Place a damp cloth over rising bread dough. Place a damp cloth over rising bread dough to keep it moist. Covering the dough with a damp cloth prevents it from drying out during the rising process. The added moisture helps create a better texture and rise, resulting in a light and fluffy loaf. Ensure the cloth is just damp, not soaking wet, to maintain the right level of humidity for perfect bread dough. Keep lettuce fresh by wrapping it in paper towels before placing it in the fridge. To keep lettuce fresh for longer, wrap it in paper towels before storing it in the fridge. The paper towels absorb excess moisture, preventing the lettuce from becoming soggy and spoiling quickly. Place the wrapped lettuce in a plastic bag or an airtight container to further preserve its freshness. Properly stored lettuce stays fresh and crunchy. Use a brick wrapped in foil to press tofu. Remember those aluminum foil Grandma often reuse? Apparently, you can use it to wrap a brick and press tofu. This weight helps press out excess water from the tofu, making it firmer and more suitable for cooking. The foil keeps the brick clean and prevents any unwanted materials from contacting the tofu. Let it press for at least 30 minutes. The tofu will absorb marinades better and hold its shape during cooking. Turn down the heat when cooking sausages. Grandma said that cooking sausages on high heat can cause them to burst, losing their juices and becoming dry. Instead, cook sausages on low to medium heat. This gentler cooking method allows the sausages to cook evenly throughout, ensuring the insides are juicy and fully cooked while the outside browns nicely without burning. Use a skillet or grill and turn the sausages regularly to achieve uniform cooking. Lower heat ensures sausages retain their flavor and texture. Avoid burning garlic. To prevent garlic from burning, cook it on low to medium heat. Add garlic later in the cooking process, especially if sautéing it with other ingredients. Garlic burns quickly due to its low moisture content, turning bitter and potentially ruining the dish. When sautéing, ensure the oil is hot but not smoking before adding the garlic. Stir constantly and watch closely. Proper timing and heat control keep garlic flavorful. Things that grow together go together. This culinary principle by Grandma suggests that ingredients harvested in the same region or season naturally complement each other in flavor and texture. For example, tomatoes and basil, both summer crops, pair beautifully in salads and pasta dishes. Similarly, root vegetables like carrots and potatoes, which grow in cooler seasons, work well together in hearty stews. This approach not only enhances the taste of your meals, but also supports seasonal and local eating, promoting freshness and sustainability. Pinch of salt to keep milk fresh longer. Adding a pinch of salt to milk can help keep it fresh for a longer period. The salt acts as a natural preservative, inhibiting the growth of bacteria that cause spoilage. Simply add a pinch of salt to the milk and shake the container well to distribute the salt evenly. This simple trick can extend the milk's shelf life, reducing waste and ensuring you have fresh milk available for your recipes and beverages. Preserving the milk's quality helps prevent it from curdling or turning sour prematurely. Add baking soda to water when boiling eggs. Adding a pinch of baking soda to the water when boiling eggs can make peeling them easier. The baking soda raises the pH level of the water, which helps loosen the eggshells from the egg whites. This reduces the chances of the shells sticking to the eggs, making peeling smoother and quicker. Add about half a teaspoon of baking soda to the boiling water, then proceed to cook your eggs as usual. This simple trick ensures perfectly peeled eggs without frustration. Use fish trimmings to make stock. Fish trimmings such as heads, bones, and fins are excellent for making a flavorful stock. These parts are rich in collagen and natural flavors, which create a delicious base for soups, stews, and sauces. To make the stock, simmer the fish trimmings with water, aromatic vegetables like onions, carrots, and celery, and herbs for about 30 to 45 minutes. Strain the liquid to remove the solids, and you'll have a rich, savory fish stock. This is a great way to use every part of the fish and enhance your dishes. Rub butter on the cut edge of cheese to keep it from drying out. To prevent cheese from drying out after it's been cut, rub a small amount of butter on the exposed edge. The butter acts as a barrier, sealing in moisture and protecting the cheese from air exposure. This simple trick helps maintain the cheese's texture and flavor. Wrap the cheese in wax paper or plastic wrap after applying the butter and store it in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Your cheese will stay fresh and avoid becoming hard or cracked. Keep brown sugar soft with a piece of bread. One of Grandma's timeless tricks for keeping brown sugar soft is adding a piece of bread to the container. When stored, brown sugar tends to harden over time due to moisture loss. By placing a slice of fresh bread inside the container, the moisture from the bread transfers to the sugar, keeping it soft and easy to scoop. The bread itself hardens, but prevents the sugar from clumping. Replace the bread when it dries out, and your brown sugar will stay perfectly soft for baking or cooking. Seal bags with clothes hanger clips. Another simple but clever kitchen trick Grandma has is sealing bags with clothes hanger clips to keep food fresh. Simply fold the top of the bag tightly and secure it with a hanger clip. This works well for everything from chips to frozen veggies, preventing air and moisture from spoiling the contents. Clothes hanger clips offer a strong, reusable grip and are easy to find around the house. It's a simple solution for prolonging the freshness of your pantry items without the need for fancy bag sealers. Rub butter on the pan to stop milk from boiling over. One of the easiest ways to prevent milk from boiling over is by rubbing a small amount of butter around the rim of the pot. As milk heats, it tends to foam and spill, but the fat in the butter breaks the surface tension, stopping the foam from rising too high. This trick not only keeps your stovetop clean, but also helps the milk heat evenly. A thin butter layer is all it takes to avoid the mess while cooking or preparing sauces. Separate eggs with a turkey baster. Using a turkey baster is a mess-free and efficient way to separate eggs. When recipes call for separating yolks from whites, simply crack the egg into a bowl, remove the baster's bulb, squeeze it to release the air, and gently press the bulb against the yolk. The soft pressure of the bulb will help lift the yolk away from the whites as it clings to the bulb's surface. Carefully move the yolk to another bowl and release it by gently pressing the bulb again. Grate cold butter with a cheese grater. Grating cold butter is a brilliant way to quickly soften it for baking. When recipes call for softened butter, but yours is too firm, simply take a cheese grater and grate the cold butter into fine shreds. The smaller pieces melt faster, making it easier to incorporate into doughs and batters. This trick is especially useful for pastries, where cold butter is key to creating light, flaky textures without waiting for it to soften naturally. Freshen up your sink with citrus peels. Before garbage disposals were common, a classic way to freshen up kitchen sinks was by using citrus peels. Simply drop a few lemon, orange, or lime peels into the sink and then pour hot water over them. The natural oils in the citrus help neutralize odors and leave a fresh scent. You can also rub the peels around the sink basin for extra cleaning power, leaving the sink smelling clean and citrusy without the need for any modern gadgets. Use a can or glass to cut round cookies. If you don't have cookie cutters on hand, a simple can or drinking glass works perfectly for cutting round cookies. After rolling out your dough, press the open edge of the can or glass into the dough to cut even round shapes. It's an easy way to get uniform cookies without needing special tools. Plus, cans and glasses come in different sizes, allowing you to create a variety of cookie shapes for your baking needs. Add molasses to pancake batter for better browning. Did you know that adding a spoonful of molasses to your pancake batter is a great way to improve browning and enhance its flavor? The natural sugars in molasses caramelize as the pancakes cook, creating a golden, crispy surface while keeping the insides fluffy. Mix a small amount, about a tablespoon, into your batter, and you'll notice richer color and taste. This trick is perfect for those who enjoy a deeper, more complex flavor in their breakfast pancakes. Scoop cookie dough with an ice cream scoop. An ice cream scoop is an excellent tool for portioning cookie dough evenly. Using it ensures that each cookie is the same size, which means they will bake uniformly. Simply scoop the dough and drop it onto the baking sheet. No rolling or shaping needed. This hack not only saves time, but also gives you perfectly round cookies with minimal effort. It's particularly helpful when making large batches, ensuring consistent results every time. Slice cakes with unflavored dental floss. For clean, even cake slices, try using unflavored dental floss instead of a knife. Gently pull a long piece of floss taut, then press it through the cake for a smooth cut. This method works especially well for soft cakes or those with delicate frosting, as it avoids smudging or crushing the layers. Simply slide the floss out after cutting, and you're left with neat, precise slices, making this a foolproof way to serve picture-perfect cake. Add cornstarch for crispy fried chicken. For perfectly crispy fried chicken, try adding cornstarch to your batter. Cornstarch helps create a lighter, crispier crust by absorbing moisture, resulting in a crunchier texture. Grandma would mix equal parts cornstarch and flour, then dredge the chicken before frying. As the chicken fries, the cornstarch forms a golden, crispy layer while keeping the inside juicy and tender. This trick works especially well for fried foods where extra crunch is desired, giving your chicken that restaurant-quality crispness every time. Strain coffee with pantyhose. In a pinch without a coffee filter, did you know that a pantyhose can be a quick substitute? Cut a clean, unused section of pantyhose and stretch it over your coffee cup or pot, then pour the coffee through. The fine mesh of the pantyhose acts like a filter, catching the grounds while allowing the brewed coffee to pass through smoothly. It's a surprisingly effective solution when you need coffee and don't have a filter on hand, providing a quick, no-fuss method. Freeze beef for an hour to slice easily. For easier slicing, freeze beef for about an hour before cutting. Slightly frozen meat is firmer, allowing you to make cleaner, more uniform slices. This technique is particularly useful for preparing thin slices for dishes like stir-fries, sandwiches, or beef carpaccio. The firmness of the meat ensures more precise cuts, and it reduces the risk of tearing or uneven slicing. It's a handy trick to get professional-looking slices right in your kitchen. Replace sugar with brown sugar for richer brownies. If you want to add depth and richness to your brownies, replace white sugar with brown sugar. Brown sugar contains molasses, which gives brownies a richer, more complex flavor and makes them extra moist and fudgy. The substitution is simple. Use an equal amount of brown sugar in place of white. This small change enhances both the flavor and texture of your brownies, turning them into a more indulgent bakery-style treat. Thicken gravy with instant potato flakes. Instant potato flakes can thicken gravy quickly and smoothly. Stir a tablespoon of flakes into your gravy and allow it to sit for a minute. The potato flakes absorb the liquid, thickening the gravy without adding lumps or altering the flavor. This is an easy alternative to flour or cornstarch and works particularly well for gluten-free cooking. Add more flakes as needed for a perfectly thick consistency that still tastes delicious. Peel ginger with a spoon. Peeling ginger with a spoon is an easy, safe method that minimizes waste. Simply scrape the edge of a spoon against the ginger's surface to remove the thin skin while preserving the flavorful flesh underneath. This technique works especially well around the ginger's knobby parts, where a knife might cut away too much. It's also safer for your fingers than using a knife. Use browned flour for richer gravy. To add extra flavor and richness to your gravy, brown the flour before using it as a thickener. Heat the flour in a dry skillet, stirring constantly until it turns a golden brown color. This simple step adds a nutty, deep flavor that enhances the gravy's taste. You can also use browned flour in soups or stews for added depth. Browning the flour takes only a few minutes, but makes a noticeable difference. Store knives in a rolled-up newspaper. Storing knives in a rolled-up newspaper is a practical and safe solution. Fold multiple layers of newspaper into a thick strip and wrap it around the knife blades, securing with tape or string. This protects the blades from dulling and prevents accidents when handling or storing knives. It's an ideal storage method when a knife block isn't available, especially for transporting knives. Slice quesadillas with a pizza cutter. A pizza cutter is the perfect tool for slicing quesadillas cleanly and quickly. The rolling blade glides smoothly through the tortillas without disturbing the fillings, ensuring even slices every time. This method is quicker and more precise than using a knife, especially when preparing multiple quesadillas. Soak apple slices in lemon water to prevent browning. Soaking apple slices in lemon water is an easy way to keep them from browning. The acidity in the lemon juice slows down the oxidation process, keeping the apples looking fresh. Grandma would mix a tablespoon of lemon juice into a cup of water and soak the slices for a few minutes. This quick step works well for fruit salads, lunch boxes, or party platters, keeping apples crisp and vibrant for hours. Keep cake fresh with a slice of bread. Keep your cake fresh and moist by placing a slice of bread against the cut side of the cake. The bread helps prevent the cake from drying out by absorbing air moisture, keeping the cake soft and delicious for longer. Replace the bread when it dries out to maintain freshness. This trick works especially well for cakes that tend to dry out quickly, like sponge or pound cake, ensuring it stays delicious longer. Use browned oats instead of nuts in cookies. For a nut-free alternative in cookies, use browned oats to add texture and flavor. Toast the oats in a skillet over medium heat until golden brown and fragrant. These oats mimic the crunchy texture of nuts and add a rich, slightly sweet flavor. They work perfectly in recipes like oatmeal cookies or any recipe where you'd typically use nuts. It's an ideal solution for adding crunch without using nuts, especially for those with allergies. Boil potatoes before baking to cook faster. To shorten baking time and ensure perfectly cooked potatoes, boil them for 10 to 15 minutes before baking. This softens the inside and allows them to crisp faster in the oven. After boiling, transfer the potatoes to a baking sheet to roast until golden and crispy. This technique reduces overall cooking time while maintaining the perfect balance of tender insides and crispy outsides. It's especially useful when preparing roasted potatoes for a quicker finish. Crush toasted bread for quick breadcrumbs. To quickly make fresh breadcrumbs, toast slices of bread until golden brown, then crush or pulse them in a food processor. These homemade breadcrumbs can be used immediately in recipes like casseroles, meatloaf, or as a crunchy topping. You can even add herbs or spices to enhance the flavor. Fresh breadcrumbs are a fast and convenient alternative to store-bought ones, perfect when you need them in a hurry. Use a turkey baster to fill muffin cups evenly. A turkey baster makes it easy to fill muffin cups evenly and neatly. Simply squeeze the bulb to draw up the batter and gently release it into each cup. This method ensures consistent portions, which leads to even baking and perfectly uniform muffins. It's also a cleaner, more efficient way to handle thicker batters. This tool works great for cupcakes and other baking projects that require precision. Coat cake pans with cocoa for chocolate cakes. When baking chocolate cakes, use cocoa powder instead of flour to coat your pans. Grease the pan as usual, then dust it with cocoa powder, ensuring it covers all the surfaces. Tap out any excess to avoid clumping. The cocoa prevents the cake from sticking and adds a subtle chocolate boost without leaving a white residue, as flour would. This technique seamlessly blends into the cake's color and enhances the overall chocolate flavor, giving your cake a polished, professional finish. Test cakes with chopsticks. Chopsticks are a handy tool for testing if cakes are done, especially when baking deeper cakes. Simply insert a clean chopstick into the center of the cake, and if it comes out clean or with a few crumbs, the cake is ready. Chopsticks are longer than toothpicks, allowing you to reach deeper layers without damaging the cake structure. This trick is perfect when you need to check doneness without using specialized kitchen tools. Cover bowls with a shower cap. Shower caps are an easy and reusable way to cover bowls. Stretch the elastic band over the bowl to keep food fresh, whether in the fridge or on the counter. This method is ideal for covering dough while it rises or protecting leftovers from air exposure. Shower caps fit snugly over various bowl sizes and are washable, making them a more eco-friendly and budget-conscious alternative to disposable plastic wrap. Pipe icing with a Ziploc bag. A Ziploc bag makes a great makeshift piping bag for decorating cakes and cupcakes. Simply fill the bag with icing, press out the air, and seal the top. Snip off a small corner of the bag, then squeeze to pipe out the icing with precision. It's perfect for creating swirls, borders, or writing on cakes when you don't have a piping bag handy. After decorating, just discard the bag for easy cleanup. Add mashed potatoes to thicken soups. According to Grandma, mashed potatoes can be used to thicken soups naturally and enhance their texture. Stir in small amounts of mashed potatoes until the soup reaches your desired consistency. This method works particularly well with vegetable or potato-based soups, adding body without the need for flour or cream. The mashed potatoes dissolve smoothly into the broth, providing a creamy texture and an extra layer of flavor, making the soup heartier and more satisfying. Store green tomatoes with pears to ripen faster. Did you know that you can speed up the ripening of green tomatoes? Store them with pears in a paper bag or an enclosed container. Pears naturally emit ethylene gas, a plant hormone that accelerates the ripening process. By trapping the ethylene gas in the bag, the green tomatoes ripen much faster than they would on their own. This method works similarly with apples or bananas. Once the tomatoes begin to ripen, remove them from the bag to prevent over-ripening. Make hash browns in a waffle iron. A waffle iron offers a quick and easy way to make perfectly crispy hash browns. Simply press shredded potatoes, either fresh or frozen, into the waffle iron, close the lid, and cook until golden brown. The waffle iron ensures even cooking and a crunchy exterior. Plus, it eliminates the need for flipping or frying. This method makes for a fun and convenient way to prepare hash browns for breakfast or brunch. Shake salad dressing in a mason jar. For homemade salad dressing, a mason jar is a simple and effective tool. Combine your ingredients such as oil, vinegar, and spices in the jar, screw on the lid, and shake vigorously until the dressing is emulsified. The jar makes mixing easy and mess-free while allowing you to store any leftovers in the same container. It's also a great way to control portion sizes and ensure even distribution of ingredients in your dressing. Flour bacon to prevent curling and make it crispy. Want perfectly flat and crispy bacon? Lightly dust bacon strips with flour before frying. The flour helps absorb excess moisture and keeps the bacon from curling up while cooking, ensuring even crispiness. Simply sprinkle a small amount of flour on both sides of each strip and cook as usual. The result is evenly cooked, crispy bacon that holds its shape. Use a wine bottle as a rolling pin. When you don't have a rolling pin handy, a wine bottle can serve as a perfect substitute. Make sure the bottle is clean and free of labels, then use it to roll out dough for cookies, pastries, or pizza. Its smooth surface and cylindrical shape work just like a rolling pin, and the weight of the bottle helps flatten the dough evenly. For best results, chill the bottle in the fridge to prevent dough from sticking. Cut corn using a bundt pan. Cutting corn off the cob can be messy, but a bundt pan makes it easy and neat. Place the tip of the cob in the center hole of the pan, then slice downward with a sharp knife. The kernels fall neatly into the pan, preventing them from scattering all over the counter. The bundt pan also keeps the cob steady while you cut. This trick saves cleanup time and keeps everything contained in one spot. Shave cheese with a vegetable peeler. A vegetable peeler is perfect for shaving thin slices of cheese. Simply run the peeler along the edge of a block of cheese to create delicate shavings. This method works well for hard cheeses like Parmesan, and it's ideal for topping salads, pastas, or soups. Shaving cheese with a peeler allows for consistent, thin slices, which melt faster and distribute more evenly than thicker chunks. Fill deviled eggs with a frosting bag. Using a frosting bag makes filling deviled eggs neat and professional looking. Spoon the egg yolk mixture into a frosting bag or a Ziploc bag with the tip snipped off and pipe it into the egg white halves. This method allows for precise control and creates beautiful, even swirls of filling. It's much faster than spooning the mixture and results in a cleaner, more polished presentation, especially when preparing deviled eggs for gatherings. Store avocado with an onion. To slow down the browning process, Grandma advised to store cut avocados together with an onion. The sulfur compounds in onions slow down the oxidation process that causes avocados to brown. Place the avocado, cut side up, in an airtight container with a slice of onion. This simple trick preserves the avocado's vibrant color and texture for a few extra days.